peeping in the picture behind him.
Ruined it.
Yeah.
Cat.
I started streaming again
Holy.
just so you guys know. Okay.
Yeah, and your face is up.
Yes, but I have to correct something.
Oh.
1 second.
Everyone's
ruined it all. I was holding the straight face through Dom's talking, and then the cat walks up, and I'm like, nope, she's tickling me, and then she's gonna bump my face.
That's funny.
She's my baby girl. She's one of them. I got a bunch of them. I love my fur babies.
Okay. Now that that's done. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello everyone. I apologize for that craziness. It's not perfect, but this is just what we'll have to do for now. That was really, really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on, I have to move where Justin is. Done. Okay. Now we're okay. Oh, I see what's wrong. Now I see. I got it. Cool. Hi, everyone. I apologize profusely for that. Whenever you update your Stream Deck, fun fact for everyone, whenever you update your Stream Deck, it deletes everything. It deletes all of your settings. It deletes all of the stuff. So whenever I pressed all cams, it took me to my normal streams stuff. Hello. Clear all of your settings. It deletes all.
What was that?
So how is everybody? How is everybody doing today? Dom has some exciting news. Why don't you share that, Dom?
Oh yeah. So no, there's a local theater to me. They're not a community theater, but they're not a professional theater. It's in that in between spot that a regional theater, and me and my bestie are basically gonna be the fight guys for doing fight choreography and all of that stuff for their entire 2022-23 season. Which includes at least three shows that we're going to be helping out with. Peter and the Starcatcher, The Scottish Play, and I Hate Hamlet. And I am super excited about this. Theater is finally starting to happen again, en masse. And I'm going to get to write fights again. I'm going to get to help stage violence, and that makes me so happy.
Stage violence. See if I can...
Yeah, and it's something that that I really take very seriously, and I really, really enjoy, and I like the process. I like working with people and being collaborative about it and teaching people to do this safely and really upping the whole consent in theater game, which is super duper important. And that's a big part of how Sean and I work. So yeah, I'm very, very excited.
I am a stage head too, and I miss the stage violence. Yeah. Actually, at me and Max's wedding, he doesn't want, but I'm having it because my father's gonna pay for it, so I'm having it. I want stage combat at my wedding, because we are most definitely having a D&D themed wedding, and I want stage combat at our wedding.
Call me.
Of course. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Need to be staged.
That's funny because we are renewing our vows next year, and we already have invitation stuff at a castle, and it's going to be a D&D style, complete, in dress and character. It's like a Viking / medieval / high fantasy vow renewal, so that's pretty sweet.
That's amazing. I love it. Cool. I love it. But yeah, so we're gonna have so of course whenever Dominic was like, I do stage comment, I'm like, bitch, you want to fight at my wedding?
I would love to fight at your wedding. I'll fight at anybody's wedding.
Usually for free, but
I mean, is it an open bar?
For 6 beers
after the fighting.
That is a very funny.
The fighting.
That is a very funny story. So I told my mom that I wasn't going to have alcohol at my wedding, and she looked me in the eyes and said, "Alex, if you don't have alcohol at your wedding, I'm gonna sneak it in. I'm gonna put it in my bra." And she's like, "You're gonna have an open bar." And I was like, Yes, mother. So yeah, there's gonna be an open bar.
Alex, I don't know if you noticed, but on the screen right now on Twitch, your NPC layout is showing.
Oh, no.
To roles.
Your layouts are showing.
I try to make sure
There we go.
that invite players link, just a little heads up for anybody who streams D&D. I try to make sure that invite player link is not up, because if I scroll over that, somebody can screenshot it and then add to this game.
Yeah, I mean, but it's blanked out right now, so.
Yeah, I just have to make sure I don't, because if you just hover over it, so.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, anyone else do anything really interesting? Jack has started, since we last spoke, Jack has started doing content.
I've started doing content like semi-competently. In the new year, I started posting to YouTube and then streaming as well, and now I've got a more consistent, as of the last month or so, like I'm doing daily runs of The Binding of Isaac and then also doing like Twitch clips from streams. The clips are doing real well. It's real fun. I mean, I'm having an absolute blast with it. There's some really cool folks that have started showing up to the streams. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
All right.
That's amazing.
So because we had to stop and start again, I have absolutely no idea how long it has been since we pressed live the first time. So I'm gonna guess it's been about 30 minutes. Because it's been about 30 minutes since it's
about
probably
20.
like, yeah. So do you guys want to go ahead and get started?
You betcha.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Let us do the thing.
So, if you all remember, that's not the one I want. We can go with this one too. If you all remember, the way that we ended last night was very, the way that we ended last time was was both exciting and fun and whimsical, but also a little bit cheeky. After you were able to eliminate the Nilbog crisis and thwart the plans of all of the other goblin beings, goblinoids, it was none other than Tanis who decided that Brain would win over Brawn. All the goblinoids seemed to agree and use their bronze to win the Brain. They were going to try to remove an immovable rod, and they simply could not move the immovable rod. And as such, whenever Tanis was able to move it, he was declared the king of the goblins. Thus, they paraded on and decided to cut their hair into 80s style. They decided to continue on to and venture forth to other activities, while you guys ventured forth to the town to tell them that they were free of their goblin problem, which they were very, very grateful for. And sort of in your through and through, you also happen to acquire a dragon's egg that is cursed but alive, who has talked to Brooke several times. Through all of this kind of escapade, and in preparation for leaving the next day to travel as ambassadors of Yao through the pass, the giants pass through the mountains and into Corinne to go to the village of Lillington. You happened upon a lively corner of Yao. Where there were street vendors and all sorts. A couple of people chose to scam. A couple of people got found out that they were being that they were scamming. And the rest of them decided to go into the Church of Boozy, where they decided to partake in some very delicious liquor that also made you hallucinate, and Boozy's Piss, which is the specialty, and it's actually delicious. In which, after getting successfully drunk and slightly high, there was a challenge of an arm wrestle competition, which is hysterical in my personal opinion, because for a long time, since 2017. I looked it up. I went and looked it up when I wrote this out. Since 2017, it has been a tradition that in the Church of Boozy, boozy is games and alcohol, and an arm wrestling challenge is a game, and so thus a very great battle became between Brick, the half-orc cook, and Uskar, the reigning champion, who had actually in real life never been defeated. I had never had someone defeat them until Brick came along and smashed him.
What can I say? I'm incapable.
And as for that, I believe we decided that as the bar closes up at 3 a.m, you all headed back to Liu's humble abode to crash with the egg until the next morning.
To sleep it off. Because some of us got real drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, some of you did, certainly.
You awake in the morning to the smell of eggs and bacon.
The sound that comes out of Chiron's stomach. Sound. People may think that there's an attack about to happen of some growling, awful monster.
Like when you play the records backwards, like.
Yeah.
Some umbral horror is gonna claw its way out of his stomach.
What is going on with... Are you about to transform into something hideous? I would very much like to know in case I have to stab it.
I am incredibly hungry.
Oh, that is just your stomach then.
That was quite a lot of booze last evening.
Yes, you all got very, very drunk. It was very amusing to watch.
Would have been an early riser, probably already headed downstairs, just to sit and enjoy the morning.
Yeah, you head downstairs and you see that Liu has a huge skillet. He has all 4 burners open and exposing the fire that is lit underneath. And he is currently cooking lots and lots of bacon and lots of scrambled eggs.
And Brick is undoubtedly standing over him, judging him and telling him everything he's doing wrong. And inadvertently insulting him in the process. Insulting him!
Oh my god. Yeah, as you kind of like give him like all this stuff, he's kind of like nodding at you, and then he looks at you at one point and goes, "You do know I could kill you, correct?"
With this type of food, I'm not surprised, my friend.
That was a very real audible laugh coming from Mordecai, who's like just sitting on the side, reading and taking notes and stuff. It's like,
by the shadow.
Says, don't worry, I've got you. And he sprinkles just a bit of seasonings mixtures from his satchel.
I don't think it is a wise idea to provoke our host. It would be very, very ungentlemanly like.
What do you mean provoke? I was helping him.
You were telling him how to cook something that he probably has cooked 100,000 times before.
What good does it?
Home, no less.
It is my duty if he's cooked it wrong 100,000 times to instruct him on the correct technique. I'm just saying this thing.
All that I am saying is that was my grandfather that you were talking to like that. I'm pretty sure your head would be pinned to the other wall.
But his food would taste good. What did you want to say, Brooke?
I think you can handle it. Sorry, I'm struggling with Brooke's voice a little today, by the way.
Don't hurt yourself, brother.
You all see that behind Brick, where Brick can't see, Liu is literally pantomiming, like doing one of those things. He's mocking Brick. Just a little bit. Just
This is appropriate in this case.
What did you want to say?
I think Brick would be very engaged and wouldn't notice.
What did you want to say, Brooke?
Oh, I think he just says that Liu can handle it, and I was going to comment that I think Brooke, unlike the others who got wasted the night before, looks like fresh as a daisy. He does not look even remotely hungover.
Badger's looking pretty good too. He only had like the one drink and he nursed it the whole night. So he's just like, I don't understand what the situation.
Badger was 1 step shy of the DD. Yeah.
As you all take your chance to poke at Brick, Liu takes the eggs and bacon, kind of puts them out onto several different plates and starts handing them to each of you. And he's like, "You don't have to excuse me. I have been a widow for some time, so I don't have a proper table." And you look over at the table, and the table is just full of books and scrolls and shit.
There is no excuse required, my friend.
None whatsoever, Uncle Liu.
If I see any books or scrolls or anything that I might find interesting, I'm not gonna dig through the most casual glance around. Like, if there's anything I might be interested in reading.
Yeah, so most of them are in Draconic or Common, and the ones that are in Common, you're finding things about certain metals and like how to temperature treat metals and like all that kind of stuff. You're also randomly finding shit about pottery and like how to do pottery.
Anything interesting in the Draconic books?
Do you speak Draconic?
I do.
Make an investigation check for me.
Happily.
I
don't know how. There it is.
Someone here is very cultured.
Yes,
you don't
if
find
you point that out
That's-
to me, I would be most appreciative.
You don't find anything that is particularly interesting, although you do find one book that is interesting. It has been checked out of the Golden Library, and it is a book just about dragons and about kind of like the life cycle of dragons.
Gives me something to read while I'm eating. Yeah, I'm gonna poke through that book while I'm munching on the bacon and eggs.
Yeah. It just talks about how a dragon is, in its egg for like a long ass time, like several years. The incubation period of a dragon's egg is a very long time, and whenever they come out, they're actually incredibly weak until they have their first meal. They are like very, very like weak
Feeble.
and like feeble until they have their first meal, and once they have their first meal, that is whenever they gain their strength,
Which is generally not in the book, or might be in there.
Oh, just that they have the same strength as like.
No. I mean, their first meal is typically.
Their first meal. Their first meal is
whatever.
typically some kind of meat. Sometimes they'll gorge themselves on crystals or gold. That is another common one. A lot of the metallic ones, the first meal that they'll have is the metal that they are aligned with. And that will give them their strength.
Right on.
That's kind of like as far as you get in the book, because it's a big book.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, as you all munch, Liu says, "All right, so the entrance to the Giants' territory and the pass is not incredibly far from here, although you might be having to sleep. Well, I could probably get you horses. Well, if you have horses, you'd probably reach the pass at nightfall instead of 2 days of a trip.
Yeah, the faster that we can get there and back to help our dragon friend would be most appreciated.
Yes, so we will, Go ahead and I will get you some horses. I think that should be perfectly fine. Please don't have them killed. These are my horses. They are assigned to me.
Thank you
Why
very
do have
much,
them
Uncle.
killed?
We would.
All right. And once you get to the pass, it is very simple. You will be asked to give a tithe, give an offering of what you are giving to the giants in exchange for their passageway. However, whenever this comes, you will present the crest of Yao as you are ambassadors of Yao visiting Corinne. At that point, they will assign you to some sort of a caretaker who will traverse the pass with you. He kind of like thinks about it.
More of a tour guide or more of a babysitter?
Yes.
More of a don't do anything funny.
Babysitter, got it.
Babysitter, yes.
And that's okay. I just like to know.
The giants are, well, I'll put it this way. The only time I almost died was whenever I was infiltrating the giants.
Well, we're
We'll say
not
it's like
infiltrating, we're passing through, so hopefully
Exactly.
this shan't be an issue.
But I'm just letting you know that giants mean no funny business. So I really wouldn't try. Looks directly at Mordecai. Any funny business.
Yeah, guys. I hope you're all paying attention.
Badru also looks
funny
at
business.
Mordecai. Yes, paying very close attention indeed.
That's good. That's good. Glad we're all on the same page. Go on.
Yes.
Just
Right.
don't do anything stupid. Good. Write that down.
Right. So if
Don't
you
do anything stupid.
Got it.
I have one of those and I love them. Just
That was very
the book.
Amazing.
The book, they're so good.
That's very
Sorry.
cool.
So, if I were you, I would probably leave as soon as you are done with breakfast. The more daylight that you have to get to the mountain pass, the better. I also would recommend that you go at a trot, not necessarily a slow pace. The way from Yao to the mountain pass is quite planned. However, and you know, there's a few villages along the way. However, I would very much recommend quickness.
Well, we are on a bit of a deadline.
Very true.
No, we definitely have a timer.
Would there be any potential enemies or interlopers that you might recommend we steer clear of on our way there?
Other than just not pissing off the giants.
Right, of course, that.
The giants are really my main concern. The main thing to look at is more of, and he quickly looks at Mordecai again, is like, swindlers. But I have a feeling that you have someone that can spot out a swindle.
Rick is very smart. Very
Looks, yeah,
observant.
looks again at Mordecai. Indeed.
If anyone sort of says that their cart is broken or they have fallen and they can't get up or something of the sort, I would recommend caution. And I know that it can be hard for some, and he kind of like looks at Badru. It can be hard to put the head before the heart, but I would recommend.
Yes, Uncle. You are right. You are right.
All due caution shall be observed.
Especially when stuff hot.
Yes. I greatly appreciate it. Now, allow me to go and fetch you some horses. Meet me near the stables in the inner part of the city whenever you have the chance. Oh, and don't go through things. Some stuff is trapped. Okay, toodaloo. He like, he kind of walks away and just goes out the front door.
How are we going to manage the egg, actually? Oh, no, are we leaving the egg? I'm trying to
Yes,
remember.
we are leaving
leaving
the egg.
the egg with Liu.
I thought so. Never mind then.
And then
Have they left
I've
it
got-
unattended?
Actually, as you all have this thought and look around for the egg, you do not see it.
I have a baby monitor.
Yes.
I'd like to,
You do.
I'd like
It was
to check my
Grindstone,
baby
yeah.
monitor.
You check your baby monitor and you see that the egg is
Baby
definitely somewhere where there's like sunlight, but there's just like a couple of rays of sunlight peeking through. It's mostly dark.
Okay. I want to try and talk to it. We'll see how this shakes out. Hello?
Yes.
Are you okay?
I'm actually quite all right. I think it's warm here.
Okay, not like too warm, not like sizzling warm or
Over
cozy
Brick's
warm.
fire.
Yeah, Brick hasn't gotten to him yet. I'm sure it's fine.
No, I'm laying in a bath of water from underneath, from the
Hard-boiled?
underground.
Oh, okay.
That sounds quite nice, actually.
Okay, well, I mean, let me know if anything happens.
I won't be able to contact you whenever you're far away from me.
Oh, okay, this is news to me. Okay,
Staking on him.
well, yeah,
Message
well,
only goes so far.
Ah, fair.
we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
It's very
Do you-
nice here.
Okay, good. Good.
Calling me DM real quick. I use my cantrip formula ability to swap out mending for Toll the Dead after the long rest. Just
Okay.
wanted to side note that.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
So as you all finish do you inform the party that she's in like a hot spring?
Yeah, I don't think Brooke, now that the cat's out of the bag, I don't think he's trying to hide anything.
Oh, that
Don't-
is nice.
don't-
That sounds very
What cat?
relaxing.
Yeah.
What cat? The cat that's on you.
Oh, this cat not in bag.
At this point, I just want to put Pepper in the freaking campaign. Like, just give Brick a cat.
Wait, how's Bugless doing?
I was just about to ask. I know we got another.
Yeah, Bugless.
Yeah.
I mean, how is Bugless doing?
I will say, since I forgot about him, that you still have Bugless, but you're supposed to be making checks to make sure Bugless stays with you.
Has starved to
Okay.
death.
He is starved to
Okay. How
You
Look
open up
what
the
Brick
pocket
is
in
on
your
watch.
armor and you just see like
Brooke's just like covered in cobwebs under his
Oh,
armor.
no.
He's all tuckered
Amazing.
out.
To be fair, there was a
Amazing.
point where we took like 6 weeks off. So like
Yeah. Well,
easy to
Yeah.
see things.
so this is what I wanted to check because I did know I have Bugless on my sheet, so I look at the sheet, I see Bugless is there. I haven't forgotten about him. How often do I need to like bring it up and do checks?
So normally, whenever Bugless died of dysentery. Normally, whenever I have people have pets, every single long rest, they have to make a save. If they make the save, which yours would probably be like 13, it's an animal handling check. If they make the animal handling check, then they keep it for another day and get a point of loyalty. And if you fail the check, you get a point of wildness. And then if you get 3 points of wildness, it escapes.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to make one for the rest we just had?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I will say
Better be
that
feeding
it is
that thing some gristle greens, man.
DC 13.
Nice.
I don't have good animal handling.
I understood that right.
Hey! So yeah,
So did I.
you
my
pull open your armor, and you actually see that in between like the leather padding and the armor, he has made, what is his name again? Bugless. Bugless has made
Buggy
himself like almost like a little cylinder of cobwebs, and he's just chilling out in the cylinder of cobwebs like.
Okay, great.
Bugless Jones.
Bugless
I would die
Jones.
for Bugless Jones.
Not
So
to be
that
dramatic, but
but also mark 1 point of loyalty. That reminds me,
Cool.
I need to make a TikTok about. I should just make that a YouTube video. My whole animal.
Yeah, because you have
pet
like a
thing.
whole system. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You should do this thing.
All right. So as you all finish up your stuff, the words of Liu saying "Come quickly because you only have so much daylight" are ringing in your ear.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, yes.
Shall-
Brick kind of looks up, with the noise ringing in his ears. He says, "I thought we just ate. Is it lunchtime?"
No, we are having to go so that we can make it to the place quickly while there's still daylight about.
Okay. I just have one question. Where are we going? I was cooking.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll let you know. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
There's abandoned him. Whole new character.
We're going to beat the giants. Come on.
Oh, giants! I like this thing. I hear they make excellent stew. That's right.
We will find out when we get there, I guess. I don't know.
Actually, now that I remember, did we talk something about him having cousins or something? I vaguely remember.
Yeah, you have Goliath. You have Goliath that were in your tribe, and Goliaths are half giants. Or like cousins of giants. They're in the same little thing. It's kind of like how all the wolves are the same, but like some are smaller than others. But yeah, you know the fire giant side. That is the people who are on the mountains of the south. You do not know the frost giants who are on the mountains of the north, where you guys are.
Question, Brick. When you say that, is this a Soylent Green situation? Like, do they make they cook good stew, or they're good in stew?
Oh,
Have you eaten a giant?
Well, that depends on which tribe they come from, my friend.
You can't just ask someone if they've eaten a giant.
Well, you don't
It
eat
depends
whole
on the
giant.
context
That's
of the
not.
situation.
You don't eat whole giant. You eat part giant. You can't. You get too full belly. The rest gets wasted. So it really is only for special celebrations.
I think that answers your question.
Yeah,
Usually
I'm not
the-
going to ask anymore.
That was information that I did not know, that I did
Ever.
not want.
Ever.
Oh boy.
What did I tell you? In mountains, no food goes to waste.
You
Apparently,
can say-
even people.
Question for another time. Yeah.
So as we head out,
As you head out and make your way across town, you can see that it's a normal bustling major city. Actually, Yao is one of the 3 major cities of Queldrum. There is Hequel Tongsu, which is the capital, and then Yao. You make your way towards the thing, and waiting for you is 5 horses. Well, 4 horses and a pony, I should say. Actually,
Someone has packed a
mule.
snack.
is I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna. That was better.
The humanoid that is waiting there with these horses kind of looks at you all and says, you are most definitely the ones that Liu described. These are yours. Of course, the mule. I'm gonna change to a mule because I like mules. The mule is for the gentleman over here. Please return them alive. Please.
What is wrong with your horse? It's small.
It
It
is
is-
a mule. It's a mix between a donkey and a horse.
Who would
Yes.
want such thing?
The the vertically challenged member of our adventuring party.
Hey, oh,
I suppose that makes sense. He could just ride on Brick's shoulders.
I don't know how comfortable that would be.
Would not be very comfortable for either of you, I think.
It would be a little undignifying as well. If you
How
guys
about that?
were on horses.
Mules are actually normally pack animals, as in they hold the pack, as in they hold hundreds of pounds. Mules can walk much farther for much steeper inclines than horses could even wish. So don't be
excellent.
surprised by Hercules' small package. He is
That was a
better.
bad time to put my headphone back in.
Yep,
Wait, what?
he is. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Wait, what?
Somebody clip that.
Is
Is
it-
that a thing? Did I do that right?
This is like the time that I forgot a dwarf's name. I didn't name a dwarf. It was another dwarf's husband. He was a gay dwarf. I didn't remember his name, and so I called him Balcom.
Oh, that's
Like,
unfortunate.
Oh,
That is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
okay.
That's like one of my favorite stories to tell about why Alex doesn't name things anymore. Max names
Alex.
everything.
Oh dear.
You're adorable.
Welcome.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so you receive Hercules and all of the other horses that you didn't learn the name of. And off
That's
you go.
okay. Excellent.
All right, yes.
I want you guys to know my wife made homemade fried chicken, and it is amazing. So just props to her if she's on the stream.
yeah.
Wait, Mordecai. Your wife, what ingredients did she use? Because I think she forgot key ingredients.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
It's so good I can't even respond.
Just
So, as we get started, I'd like to see if I can have a quick chat with Sathrin.
sure.
Just want to check in and Sathrin.
Oh
Do
my.
you? Yes.
It's beginning to snow. And you guys all kind of take a second. Well, actually, you're the only one that can hear her, or hear them. So you take a second, and you're kind of confused, and then you just see a little snowflake, one tiny snowflake.
That is quite perceptive of you.
I can tell by the brim. If my brim is heavy, there's lots of moisture in the air.
I was wondering, what do you know, if anything, of this pass and the giants in particular that we're about to encounter on our journey?
Oh, that pass has traveled hand in hand between fire giants, storm giants, well, mostly storm giants, frost giants, and dwarves, but at one time the fire giants owned it. That was an interesting time for the world. We were completely cut off.
Ah, yes,
Ship
I
was the only
imagine.
way. Lots of nautical advancements were made during that time because we must all travel by ship.
Necessity makes strange bedfellows, it would seem.
It does.
Just kind of look at Brick a couple times to see if he's going to comment on that at all, because I know he's only hearing Chiron's side of the conversation. Nah. Go back to
No. No, Brick is just you hear crunches as he's sticking goblin fingers and hobgoblin fingers in his mouth that he's dried out and coated in a nice spicy barbecue sauce. Loud crunch, and he's offering it to everyone. Hey, my friend, you want snack? I promise it's delicious.
We just left. We should save them for later.
What'd you
Not
use to make
20.
that?
As
Distraction.
you're
Leftovers.
as you're reaching over one for Brooke to see if Brooke wants it, the mule whoop whips its head behind and snatches it out of your hand.
You do. I like this one, I think. What is its name? Right, buddy?
Hercules.
The stable hand said Hercules.
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 Well, me and Hercules get along, and he just starts walking along, and he's feeding him, and he'll give him a bite. He'll take a bite with a crunching back and
Oh yeah,
forth.
100%.
It's like, first person that look at this. See, he just accepts food. He does not complain. You see Brick start kind of eyeballing some of the other team members. He's just like, yes, he doesn't complain. It tastes good, doesn't it, Hercules? Hercules.
Hercules doesn't know better.
He looks at him and he says, well, thanks for making me happy. I appreciated you. And he just starts patting him, and he starts kind of getting all cutesy like I do with Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh
Going back
You
to
want to switch horses by any chance, Brick?
What? You don't like my... You
Well,
want
no,
to...
it's just you're bumping up against me a lot over here, man. And I just figure if you like Hercules, you can have him.
But he's made for you. I can't fit on him. He's tiny.
I'm mostly joking, Brick.
Are you sure? Okay. I get the same. I'm grateful.
Just going back to Sathrin, Sathrin says,
Yeah.
What exactly do you want to know? Oh, look, a snowflake. What
Sathrin has ADHD.
What?
I feel you, Sathrin. I feel you.
What exactly do you want to know?
Just, are there any... I assume you heard most of what Liu told us about, being careful upon our journey and not dallying and things of that nature. I was curious if there were any particular things that we, is there anything we should be on the lookout for? Is there, things like that? I don't know. My brain isn't working today.
In the forest that we're surrounded by right now, I'm not entirely sure, though I would probably recommend not straying from the path. I've heard of and witnessed many stories of straying from the path going and splitting the party going incredibly wrong.
We'll avoid splitting up on the path then. It sounds excellent. Like he says out loud.
Besides that, the place that you know as the Giant's Pass was not always such a easy place to traverse, and it was not always such a kind place to traverse. Oh, look, a snowflake. There's another. It used to be that maybe many decades ago, it was not necessarily the easiest place to go through, and the giants would kill you if they found you. However, it was simply the only place that you could pass. The mountain peaks are just too high and too frigid for anything but the frost giants. What I remember is that at some point the frost giants made a pact with the dwarves and with the dragonborn. If the dragonborn provide crops for the dwarves will stop attacking the frost giants if the frost giants allow that passage to be a passage out of Queldrum. It's sort of the frost giants area sort of hugs Queldrum.
Indeed.
Once that was all decided and the many documents that needed to be signed were signed, which I was actually at one of the signings. That was very fun.
I would love to hear about that sometime.
It was fantastic. There is nothing quite like frost giants and dwarves trying to outdo one another when one is 2 feet tall and the other one is 15.
That's hysterical.
Incredibly and hysterical. However, they decided to blast down the pass to make it a little more manageable and a little less elevated. And now storm giants or frost giants actually traverse the pass regularly to take take extra gold from other people, unless, of course, they have some sort of a babysitter, I think is what you said.
Indeed. I did say babysitter.
There are also, from what I remember, many wolf packs that tend to roam that land, and the frost giants consider them pets.
Beware of wolves. Understood.
But
So wait, when you say that the giants consider the wolves pets, if we are perhaps set upon by, if we are staying on the path as we are supposed to, and we are set upon by any wolves, and we defend ourselves against said wolves, would that be considered an affront to the giants as we have harmed their pets?
oh, quite. Very much so. They'll be very upset that you harm their pets. But that is, again, the reason why the babysitter exists.
Excellent.
The babysitter will feed the wolves, and then they will be on their way.
One last thing, I suppose. Do you know what an appropriate tithe would be when we get to the gate?
From what I remember, it was magic items. They really wanted items imbued with magic. However, I believe your tithe is going to be paid. Oh, look, a snowflake.
Well,
And
okay.
a couple of more snowflakes. It starts to get a little more snowy.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, as always.
Of course. It's been a long time since I've been in the snow.
Aw. Well, I'm happy to have facilitated the experience for you.
Yes, I appreciate it. Oh, one more thing. Do any of you speak giant?
Do any of us speak giant?
I certainly do not.
Hold on. I don't remember how to work this.
It's not looking good.
I think I do, but I'm not exactly sure where it is on.
I mean,
it's on the-
Yes, I do. I found it.
Okay, yeah, it's on the core. Yeah.
Yeah, I speak giant. It's not much different than what I normally speak. That's
And I
where
can-
my big accent comes from, you see.
I can speak it too if need be. But
Well,
Rick seems like he's got it.
That does not surprise me. Excellent. Yes. Brick can converse with giants, and Happy can do so in a pinch. Or Mordecai, excuse me, can do so in a pinch.
Always happy.
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Brick immediately turns to Mordecai and starts speaking in giant and saying, basically, "You did not tell me you speak giant. We giant brothers, my brother. From mother, I think."
I ask him for directions to the library and the best giant that I can manage. And I just say, it takes a little preparation for me to speak different languages, but I could speak pretty much anything. I just need a little bit of time to prep for it. Off the cuff, I don't know what you just said.
The cat is on the table.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
I thought we were brothers from different mothers, but clearly you just still airsick lowlander.
Cool.
Assange et celebrant.
Wonderful. It would be my recommendation to make sure that they do not learn that you speak giant at all cost, because if they find out that you speak giant, they will try to enslave you.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say again about enslaving us?
Oh, look, a snowflake. They're showing me now.
Oh, wait, hold on now, Chiron. What was that?
I'm getting to that.
It's trying to enslave us. Get it? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Well,
apparently, if we make it known to the giants that we can speak giant, they will attempt to enslave us. I'm getting details. One moment.
Well, that will not be good.
At least 50 years ago, whenever I was free and walking about before Tanis trapped me, the frost giants were people who took slaves and used slave labor. They didn't really care who or what or sex or any gender or anything of the sort. All they really cared about is that you knew a little bit of giant and you could understand giant. And so if they find out that I don't know how much the Ambassador of Yao position is going to protect you, but if you happen to let them find out that you are a strong, strapping person who is healthy and could do labor or possibly do trade in sorts, and also happen to speak Giant, there's a large possibility, probably about an 85% possibility, to be honest, that they will enslave you.
Kyron's just slowly looking over at Brick as this is happening. Just
Yeah, I'm very scared of the fact that our freedom is now based on Brick's ability to keep a secret.
Now, mind you, they won't
On the
enslave.
door, brother!
Now, mind you, they won't enslave all of you. They'll only enslave the ones that can speak Giant and leave the rest of you to rot.
No.
Filling out a new
rot,
character sheet.
The rot isn't good. No.
I'm assuming Chiron's just kind of like telling us this.
Now I'm about to. So apparently, if they get wind of the fact that any of us can speak Giant, especially if they are physically capable of doing labor, looks at Brick, they will. There's a better than average chance that they will attempt to enslave us. Or at least the person who can do that. Because if you can understand them, you can take direction. So I suggest we not allow them to know that you understand what they're saying and let our babysitter do the translating.
Now that I think about it, they'd probably never let Brick cook again, because that's what brings him joy, and joy brings revolution.
Yeah, they'll probably never let you cook again, Brick.
As soon as that happens, he gets a look of, you've got to be shit-talking me. Okay? Listen here.
So
nobody will stop me from cooking. I will break Giant fingers.
Right.
I'm taking back my inspiration a couple sessions ago.
No, we just need to make certain that they don't know that you can understand them. That's all. It solves the entire problem.
Okay, I can do this thing. Don't talk to them. But what if they're hungry?
That you can talk to them in common. You just can't speak to them in Giant.
I think I can do this thing.
Okay.
Brick, you probably don't want to let them know that you can cook really well, because if you can cook really well and speak their language, you may be worth even more. I think either way this is lose-lose if you say anything.
Listen, Mordecai, my friend.
all.
Look at this.
Just-
Listen. I don't want this to get too... Alright, I will do my thing, but I cannot hold back my gift from the world if somebody asks. You understand this, I think, right?
I think we can help you out. I think
can teleport.
I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I can teleport.
I think that we will be okay. I don't want to get enslaved. I don't want you to get enslaved.
Wow.
He kind of looks over at Mordecai. I'm kind of starting to wonder about you. You, my good brother, but you lied about speaking Giant.
I can speak Giant if the need be. I just can't do it right this second.
Well, then you can't speak Giant. That's not how this works.
Magic.
Magic.
I can cast a spell that will let me speak Giant. I'm just not going to cast it right now. Look, not important. I don't worry about me. If you get in a bind, if anything happens, or if I think something's about to happen, one of us will yell "Sarsaparilla" really loud, and the other one will help. I'll help you out, or you help me out.
Okay, let us do our best then.
Badru leans over to Brooke. How much gold do you want to put on this going terribly wrong?
I don't like our odds, so I mean, if you're happy to bet in favor, I'll bet against.
Rick gets it. He gets it. He's got this.
I'm very nervous about this entire situation now.
Well,
but more importantly, we have a plan.
The good news is, Chiron said that they'll only enslave the people that know Giant. So
that is true.
Does that hold
But
on
there's
to.
also the leaving the rest of us to rot. I don't like the way that sounds.
Do we have to? But do we have to rot? Sorry, I had something in my throat.
It depends on
6 months.
how we are left, and then Badger like reaches over, grabs his water skin, and like passes it over to you. You might want to take it. The weather. It's quite weird out here. It's getting cold in the snow, and
Well, I'm feeling a lot better now, Budru.
that is good. That is good.
Yes,
Wait, is this how you always speak?
this is how I usually speak. Yes, I've
Wait,
been a little
so
under the
first-
weather recently.
The whole time, rest of the time we've known you, you've been under the weather. You have been sick, and you didn't tell us.
Yes, I didn't really think it was that big a deal.
Okay.
Oh my god,
okay.
he's the guy that if he gets bit by a zombie, he's never going to tell anybody until he's turned. Well,
I would just like everyone to know that whenever I plan that and I plan that challenge, we're like, whenever I plan that little tidbit that if they know that you speak giant, they'll enslave you. I didn't know Brick spoke giant.
Uh-oh.
I actually said that entire thing not knowing Brick spoke giant. So this just became very interesting for all of us.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. People
It'll
make
be
mistakes.
fine.
Chiron.
It is my
Yes.
language, being by triple lingual, quadruple. If I speak 4 languages, what does that make him? Quadrilingual?
Quadrilingual.
You're a
Polyglot.
polyglot. You can speak many
You're a
languages.
polyglot.
Yes, I am. I am what
You
he
take
said.
that back.
You kiss your mother with that mouth.
It's like, polyglot? No, I'm only seeing one person. It's fine.
It can't
I
turn
speak
into a
many
frog.
languages.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's only
let
one
us,
we're worried about.
right.
Well,
It'll
it's
be-
it's okay.
It'll be.
It should be fine. It's
I'm
not
just
like it's my
glad we
native
know.
language.
Because if we, I am just very glad that I had this conversation with Sathrin, because otherwise we were going to roll in there and Brick was going to be like, "Hello, my giant brothers," in giant speak, and then we would have been fighting for our lives.
Yeah, he
So-
definitely might not still do that.
That would
Look
not be
at
good.
you. Should have more faith in me as your cook.
I do.
I keep
I do
bellies
have
full.
faith in you.
Yes, but I
Now
don't
that
think they do.
Absolutely.
Now that we know this is a concern, I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Now I feel like
I am very concerned.
every time he goes to talk, I should have to roll a check to see if he see if he does something
Maybe
stupid.
don't. Maybe let's not.
Okay,
No.
let's not say we did.
So as you
Ooh.
guys
Alright.
continue through the forest kind of breaks away over to the mountain, up into the mountain, and you are spending all fucking day on these horses, you think, because that mountain pass, you still don't see it, and you still have more of a climb. There is a very clear road that has signs every couple of miles that, you know, say you're still going to the mountain pass. Indraconic, but as you continue to climb and continue to go, the snow just slowly starts to pepper the earth, and it doesn't snow a lot. It's kind of towards it's in between spring, actually where we are right now. It's in between spring and winter. See, at the end of winter, beginning of spring. So there's just a small fall of snow on the ground, a couple inches, nothing too severe. And all the horses are seeming perfectly fine. And then there's Hercules, and Hercules does not give a shit. Just totally eating whatever Brick gives him. Sometimes he'll like stop first, he'll go in front of everybody, and he'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna go in front of everybody." And then he stops, and then he eats some stuff off of one of the bushes while everyone catches up, and then he goes again.
I think mine's broken.
Yeah, he's just like doing his own thing, you know. He's really living his best life out here.
Oh, you.
Not giving
they're
two
usually-
shits that there's a person riding him.
They're usually pack animals that are led by the bridle rather than ridden.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It is
So
true.
this is an exciting experience for young Hercules. Perhaps old Hercules. I don't know.
I'm scared for my life. I'm worried he's gonna slip or something on like a bit of icy road.
I think he will be fine. I think this kind of animal is used to being able to move through conditions such as these.
Okay.
This
I'm
should
not
be
used to
fine.
ring, so I'm naturally unsettled.
As you continue to make your way up, you come across several small villages. They seem to be villages centered around a lake or centered around a mine of some sort. Very small, not a lot of people. In fact, you don't really see anyone. They're probably all at work. Until it is almost time for the sun to set, the sky is changing. There's actually two suns. The two suns to set, the sky is changing colors when you round a corner, and you can see a little ways off, maybe like 2 football fields off, in front of you, there is a large stone gate that has kind of a very interesting pattern scrawled throughout it, leading into an area that is it's essentially like 300 feet. Like it's large. It's like probably 3 blocks, or probably 2 blocks of like a city, big, of just a passageway. And there are sheer cliffs on each side that have very clearly been dug out by or mined out by hand, but or by magic. But this stone archway somehow goes across the entirety of the thing, and it is completely and utterly carved out. You can see several people coming in and out of this passageway. And you're assuming that whenever you pass people on the road, this is probably like where they were coming from. And you can see kind of very clearly, there are a few, frost giants that are, completely suited up in armor, sort of, surveying the people. You get a very, very strong smell of, like, iron. Not like blood iron, like the stone iron. Mixed in also with the chilling touch that is currently tickling your nose, making you have the sniffles every 10 seconds. It is the wind that you feel coming through this passageway, now that you are finally at the face of it, is exceptionally cold.
Chiron is miserable.
We should have brought a cloak or a jacket or something.
Brick wanders around
I
each
like
person and
heat.
says, "As the cold is getting to you, I've got something for that. If interested,
If it's
I
eating
can help warm
something,
you up."
if it's eating something, if it's eating a finger slathered in hot sauce, I'll pass. But thank
Help
you.
me.
No, it's not finger, I promise.
I don't like that qualifier.
I grew it from my own personal garden.
Oh,
So he reaches, he pulls open his satchel, and he starts poking around a little bit, and he's kind of feeling he can't find it. He ends up opening up his little jacket, and he reaches around right in the back. It almost looks like he's sticking his hand down his backside and really digging in there good. And he pulls out a hand of these brown chili peppers, and he says, "These will warm you up instantly, I promise. You want one? It tastes good too."
Yeah, sure. And Chiron will take one and pop it back.
Yeah, as you have that
Badger
in
will
your
take one
mouth,
as well.
you hear the hat come alive once again, say, "Oh my, they completed the stone archway."
Oh, is that new?
Yes.
Well, new for you.
It was being built. Oh, they say that all of the markings, the engravings, are all of the names of the generals and lieutenants and high-ranking officials that the frost giants have killed over the years.
Oh, do you read Giant?
I do.
Excellent. Yeah.
oh, definitely don't let him know there's a hat that speaks giant. A magic hat that speaks giant? Don't say shit.
No, I'm going to leave that out. Sathrin does read Giant, though. He says, he looks around real quick as they're walking, like, is there a giant next to me? No, fantastic. Sathrin apparently can also read Giant, and I assume speak it.
I can read and write all of the languages, but I can speak or understand none but common.
I was wrong. can only speak and understand common, but can read anything. That's very helpful.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah. Apparently, the glyphs on the archway are famous generals that they've killed.
Oh.
Aye.
There are. Oh wait, there are a lot of them.
Yes, and the last time Sathrin passed through this way, it had not been the arch had not been completed. It was about 50 years ago.
That's a lot of names in 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean that that's what they've killed in 50 years. It could have some of these could be older than that, but.
Break, throw me one of them peppers.
He starts swashing around back into the back of his pants.
Oh no!
Pulls one out and chucks it at him.
Yeah.
Just gonna heave it up
Tastes
into the
good, my
air
friend.
for Leopold to take. He does love his spicy foods.
You're gonna have some spicy guano later.
Gotta get that.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Extra
Chiron
flammable.
has resistance to fire, so I extend that to spicy food. Just like
Yeah.
I just like spicy foods.
But he's just not happy in the cold. Like he is used to heat and warmth. He's not like incapacitated, but he's just kind of grumpy.
As you make your way up the incline, the slight incline, and then eventually the like ramp-ish area, towards the stone archway where the frost giants are waiting at the corner, surveying, and one of them seems to be surveying you coming up to the passageway. You can hear in the distance a faint rhythmic ding, ding, ding of someone hammering on metal, making you think that there might be a village nearby or like an encampment, something of those sort.
At least a smith doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like we are near some civilization.
Do we
Some
need to
portion of the beginning of this, I'm going to go ahead and ritual cast comprehend language, so that if I hear something that might trigger Brick, I can distract him as fast as possible.
As you approach closer and closer, it gets colder and colder, and it feels almost unnatural how cold it's getting, but you can't see any runes or anything that would be making this mountain pass so much colder. It's almost just from the pure existence of being in the frost giants domain. The breeze has become icy. As you approach, one of the frost giants, the one that was surveying you, steps out. And kind of off of the wall, and kind of begins to walk in a perpendicular motion to meet you at the gate whenever you arrive at whatever trajectory you are going. He has a very large hammer that he is currently leaning on. He is fully plated in armor, and he has a very large bag. On his waist that is clearly heavy and filled and lots.
And I'm sure we all look like nails.
Oh dear.
And a thumbtack.
A thumbtack. That's fucked up.
That is wrong. My friend is more than just a thumbtack. At the very least, he is one of the shorter nails.
I like a penny nail. That's much better.
Yeah. Brad. He's a Brad. Finish nail. Badru, would you like to perhaps do the talking?
Oh, yes, I suppose I could do that. Yes.
Yes.
I am good
Just
at
in
the
case.
talking.
And I'm just making sure that my that my Defender of Yao brooch is out or whatever, or the Ambassador brooch is prominently displayed.
Yes, I will do the same, as I will like kind of also lean over to Chiron. Keep an eye on Brick, will you please? Just to make sure he
Absolutely.
does not say anything untoward.
Absolutely. I'll do my best.
Very good, very good. And I guess as we approach, I will like make sure that like the badge is like someplace prominent where it can be seen. And I will, spread my arms. Greetings, frost giants of the mountain. We come here seeking peaceful passage through your domain.
Doesn't everyone who make the trek here?
Well, I would assume so. I would also assume that occasionally you might get some troublemakers.
The troublemakers can meet the other troublemakers in the passage. We do not uphold any sort of law in the passage. Now, if you've made your way here and he kind of looks at you, you might have no idea what is going on if you're dressed like that. You have to pay a tithe. The tithe is either 2,000 gold or a satisfactory magic item. Your pick. Or turn around and get out.
I believe that the tithe has already been paid on our behalf, and I will kind of gesture to our ambassador pins.
He gets up to you, into you, like leans down and gets up to you and like looks at it.
Oh boy!
And he looks at it real close, and
Oh,
when
dear.
he exhales, instead of it being warm, it's cold air.
Oh, that's creepy as hell.
Ooh, you are chilly.
Jesus, yeah.
Somebody say they want chili? I've got more.
Save it. I think we'll need it for later.
Why don't you tell me the recipe for that chili you keep talking about?
The giant goes, all right. You want a guardian? You wanna be?
Yes, please. That would be fantastic.
Sure. And he looks
Thank
over
you.
at the other frost giant. Hey, le garçon stupide. Oui. Il est ici maintenant. Bon. And what Brick hears is, hey, the stupid one. Bring the stupid one here. Yeah, now.
Oh, good God.
That's what Brick
Oh,
hears.
boy.
Rick hears it.
Brick, because they're speaking giant. I don't know giant, so I'm speaking French instead.
He whispers to the guys. He's like, huh, my friends, I think they want to take Badru.
What are you talking about?
Now, see, none of you know that they said the stupid one. Only Brick
Yeah.
knows that he said the stupid one.
Yeah.
Now Mordecai knows.
Mordecai knows.
Yeah, Mordecai did the comprehend languages.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so the other one that he's talking to starts going, me just say, and goes into a cavern that is dug into the side of the mountain. And then after a moment, he comes back out, and he kind of looks at the guy and like nods. Your guardian will be here shortly. And coming out of the cavern is something a little bit different.
Thanks. It's time to turn off the
It is a pot-bellied it is a pot-bellied, more rounded, well, maybe not a entirely pot belly, but a more rounded figure, fuller face, with the icy hair, but shorter instead of longer, and kind of in a man bun in the back instead of down across his things. His armor has clearly been kind of like refitted to fit someone of his size. And he's still 15 feet tall, but he is carrying a club, and he kind of like comes outside a little bit excitedly, and he walks over, he kind of fast walks over to the frost giant, and you can see whenever he exhales, steam or whatever, what is it? Condensation comes out of his nose. It says, "You wanted to see me, sir?"
Did we just get a hill giant?
Yes, you. Congratulations, Buntus. You have
Buntus.
your first assignment. And you see the two frost giants are kind of like snickering. And Buntus is like, "Oh, really? What? Am I guiding them? Really? I get to guide them? You guys don't let me do anything." And he's like, yeah, you get to guide them. Don't do anything stupid. Well, I don't know how easy that is for you, half-breed.
Is this in common that they're saying this, or
Yeah,
is
they're
this...
saying this in common.
Okay. Just checking.
Just looking at the other one, like, this is a real awkward conversation. Like, well, Jesus.
Why are they being so mean to him?
All right.
We'll
You
ask him
idiots. He takes his mallet and whoosh! You feel the wind pass by you. You tiny ones have fun with the halfling. Don't. Or kill him. I really don't care at this point. And Bunches kind of like looks kind of like upset. And he looks at you guys and goes, hi.
But I would not worry. We are not going to try to kill you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm Buntus, and I'm here
We've
to
heard.
guide you.
We are so excited.
Yeah,
It is
I'm
good to
excited
meet you,
too.
Buntus.
I'm really glad to be able to guide you. But I'm supposed to ask first. Have you had a long journey?
We have been traveling for most of the day, if not all day, yes?
Oh, okay. Well, it might be helpful to get a couple hours in on the path. Yeah. And he like gives you this really weird smile, like this, like I'm trying to smile. I'm trying to learn how to smile.
Okay, that sounds. You are the guide. We will
Wait, so
trust
you're saying
ourselves.
we should get moving immediately, or we should wait?
Yeah, I'm saying we should get moving immediately. That's a better way to say
That
it.
is what I thought.
That's,
Yes,
that's,
that is
that's
a much
better way to say
better.
it. I
Much
know.
clearer.
He kind of like leans down to you guys and is like, I don't recommend staying around here very much longer.
Yes, it is very weird. We should definitely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, go-
Okay.
I got a quick question, my friends.
Turtles.
Where
Everyone's like,
Look at Brick, very, very concerned.
he says, well, the peppers from earlier are going through me. Is there a place I can, drop the loincloth, I suppose?
He wants to use your bathroom if you have a bathroom.
oh,
You guys have bathrooms, yes?
we, no, we don't really have bathrooms. We just
Oh,
You just
go in the woods. They say it's fertilizer, right?
I like the cut of this guy's jib.
he
Of
seems
my
like a
parent.
fine young man.
We're all gonna die.
What a relatable character.
No, we're either all gonna die or adopt a goddamn giant.
Yeah.
Like one of these two things, and I don't know which is worse.
Both? No.
He does his business pretty quickly, and he comes back with his stuff buttoned up. I wouldn't recommend putting anything in that fertilizer for a while. It'll probably burn.
Oh, okay. What?
That's not important. It is wonderful to meet you, Buntus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what are you guys' names so that I can write my report? Yeah.
Right. Sure.
My name is Badru. I am very pleased to meet you, Buntus.
Okay.
My name is Chiron.
I like your hat. There's
Thank
bells on
you.
it. It's really awesome.
It's fabulous.
Sather goes, he liked me.
Chiron messages the hat and says, yes, he does.
Chowderman.
Well, what's your name?
Brick Chowderman.
Brick, okay. And you? And he kind of like points at you, and then he looks at his finger, and then he looks at you, and he like puts his finger next to you, and because his finger's a little bit fatter, his finger is about the same size as you. Oh.
Is me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God. Oh, that's kind of cool, right? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please
I
don't-
hope that wasn't offensive.
Please
Oh,
don't
God.
step on him.
Okay,
Yeah, no-
I won't. I promise.
Not offensive, but like unsettling.
That is a
I'm
perfect Brooke response to that.
I'm Brooke. I feel like Brooke and this guy could be like half brothers or something.
I feel that.
Okay. And what's your name? I like your hat.
My
Too.
name's
You have a good
Mordecai.
hat too.
Thank you.
Wow, you guys have a lot of good hats. He has a hat too. Oh wow, you guys have a lot of good hats.
Yeah, we're gonna die for sure. Well, should we get going? If Brick's done killing trees and
It's probably a good idea if we
Yeah, let's
get moving
go-
at least for
get
a
outta
little
here
while, and then get some
fast.
rest.
Jack and I fucking broke. Jack broke and I just died.
Alex and I had a catch-up conversation yesterday, and she was like, "There's an NPC I'm introducing tomorrow. I'm really excited about. This is my favorite guy she's
I
ever
was gonna
done.
say, and it is absolutely Buntus.
This is my favorite
Love it.
fucking guy."
So he's
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God.
we should head out for a couple hours. Do you guys have blankets? Okay. Hang on.
I'm assuming
I
we
think,
have bedrolls at least.
yeah, you probably have bedrolls, but I think
Yeah.
you're gonna get really cold on your horses. So
Yes, we are.
I think we have some coats from some dead bodies that we pulled. I can go get those.
Oh, sure. Yes, thank you. That would be very, very helpful of you, Buntus.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Helpful, yeah. Ooh, I like that. And he runs off.
Mordecai, would you be willing to perhaps prestidigitate the coats when they come back out?
I wish I could.
Oh.
Are you really?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
don't have that one.
How do you?
Oh, but you are a
Chiron is
wizard.
absolutely shocked.
Isn't that not like a
I-
wizard's like bread and butter? You do the thing and then it is clean.
Slowly moving towards some more aggressive spells, given our situations and the failure of my less aggressive ones. So no, I do not have the ability to clean anything.
Okay.
If only we had somebody in our party that was super good at like cleaning stuff, though, being very helpful.
Yes, but this is instant and doesn't have to.
That's fair.
And means that we wouldn't have to apply water to something while we're in sub-0 degree temperatures.
After a long, oh wait, I can do it in the morning.
Well,
We'll just have to be gross until then.
it may
Fine.
not be that big a concern.
It depends on like how they died, because it could have been like old age.
Could
If
we
they died from
possibly?
dysentery, I'd really rather not put on a
Oh.
waist-length coat.
Oh yeah, and this guy definitely seems like the type to bring us some dysentery jackets.
Yes, someone shite themselves to death, and that's the coat we're getting.
Oh no.
Mm.
Yes. Bunta says we're going to be miserable. I'm already miserable.
Buntus comes back out and has these coats. And says, okay, so I couldn't find. I was gonna give you a kid's coat, but I found I found this shawl. It's like I don't remember what they're called. It's like a head hole and that's it. And then it's kind of like a triangle.
Poncho?
A poncho. I found this.
Yes.
I found this poncho, and it has like actually like a pretty neat elven kind of pattern on it, and it is thick. It is wool. It is fluffy, and it actually has a really pretty pattern on it.
I'm very into Poncho Brook.
Nice.
Who's getting punched?
So yeah,
no one.
So you get a poncho, and then he looks over at Chiron and said, you're shivering. No offense. So I got you this one.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very cold.
You put
Mine
on
are tropical people.
you put on the coat. You put on the coat, and you immediately feel that it like warms up way warmer than it should be. Just maybe don't tell anyone that I gave you that coat, okay? Just don't.
I don't know what. I have no idea what you're talking about, Buntus. Thank you.
I'm talking about the. Oh.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Agreeing with you.
And then
Buntus, I will not tell anyone. Thank you.
And then I got you guys all coats as well. And all of your coats are actually like quite pretty. And as Mordecai, as you put this coat on, it is very clear that this is an expensive coat. Like, this is not like a cheap-ass coat. This is probably a coat that they stole from somebody. This is not off of a dead body. This is probably something that they stole from someone.
How does Bricks smell?
Bricks smell, okay. Bricks is a really good size for him. It's like big, and it has it can fit your arms, it can fit everything. Can't fit the shell, but it can fit everything else. And it kind of has this velour, beautiful, collar to it that's very like fluffy and frilly, and obviously like some kind of like fox hair or mink hair. And then the rest of it is kind of this beautiful like cream color, and it looks a lot, and it buttons up kind of like a chef's coat, where it has the two buttons. And it definitely smells of women's perfume that smells like vanilla.
My friends, oh my goodness, this smells like vanilla. It is heavenly.
I do like
Better than
vanilla.
it.
That is nice.
He walks over to Bodger, smell it.
Oh, that is really nice. Oh.
Isn't it though?
I'm gonna check the pocket.
And it's cozy.
I'll wait till you're done.
And now you all have warm weather clothes, so you can mark that down in your inventory that you have warm weather clothes. And Chiron, you are for 1 hour a day, you can be resistant to cold damage.
Ooh. But only for 1 hour a day.
For 1 hour a day, and it does not require attunement. So you can flip-flop who has that coat.
Oh, nice. So, like, I'm super warm right now, and I think I'm great, and then in an hour, all of a sudden, that's going to run out, and I'm going to be super cold.
No, it just has like a warming sensation, but for 1 hour a day, it can like react.
Yeah. All right, I got you.
He's like, everyone feel good? We should probably go before they see you in those coats.
Rick goes, I wonder what animal this was made out of to make it smell like vanilla.
I think it was. I think the lady had a lot of perfume on her.
It smells. Yeah, I was going to say it smells a lot like perfume.
Smells a lot like beaver anus, if I remember correctly.
How would you know? Never mind. I don't want to know how it smells.
Brick hitting you with the facts.
All right,
I
guys.
pat down as we're heading out, I'm gonna pat down the pockets, just search through and see if there's anything cool. Money.
You know what?
A
Roll a
ring?
D100.
I don't know how to do that. Hold on.
Slash roll 1d100.
Slash R.
You pull
R.
combat
Slash
encounter
R
out of
space D100. You find a small pair of spectacles. Like something that would fit your eyes, but you find a pair of spectacles.
Nice.
Just gonna put them back in the pocket for now.
Badru also looks at his. What he find anything with an 87?
You find a pocket watch that has a piece of you have find a pocket watch that has a piece of writing in it that has a date on it that's about like 5 to 8 years ago, probably like 8 years ago. There's a date on it, and that's.
Does can Brooke find anything in the folds of his poncho?
No, your poncho doesn't have pockets.
Damn it.
Is there anything like, am I sensing anything special about these spectacles, or are they just like reading glasses?
You did not roll high enough, so no, there is nothing special about them.
Aw.
Look like fire starters to me.
Stupid glasses.
Is there
So-
anything else written on the sheet of paper with the date on it?
No, but the pocket watch looks very interesting and like kind of unique.
They got an alchemy symbol on it?
Later.
Get out of his hand. No, just kidding.
If Brick and well, Chiron got a magic item, so if Brick wants to roll as well and see if he gets
I'm
anything.
not asking. Yeah, I'm good.
Brick is not smart enough to check pockets.
Cool. So do you guys go ahead and head out with Buntus?
If you saw
Yeah,
it,
I
in
don't want the-
pocket.
I don't want the giants to take my magic coat away.
As you guys
Yeah.
head out with Buntus, you see that he's kind of like checking behind his shoulder a little bit. He's like, all right, yeah, all right. So we're on the way. That's that's really cool. So where are you guys going?
This dude's totally
Buntus is
sus,
the
you guys.
dude bro. Buntus is the dude bro of giants, and I am fucking here for it.
It is taking every bit of my strength to not consistently laugh at Buntus. I love him. He's so good.
Brick says,
We're heading to Lilyton.
yes,
Oh.
and smelling good doing so.
Lillington. Isn't that where all the
Yes.
health potions come from?
After a fashion.
We have a lot of people that come from Lillington. They bring carts full of the flowers. It's yeah, it's cool. Why are you going there? Are you getting flowers?
Like that.
I could do flowers. I bet they taste good. Make good seasoning salad.
They make great tea.
Oh, wow. Frost giants don't really do tea. I've never actually had tea.
You have never had tea. Oh, my friend, when we stop, I am
Yes,
making
when
you
we
a
stop.
fresh pot of my grandfather's finest Darjeeling tea. It is
Maybe-
so good.
Maybe he'd
Wow.
like some iced tea.
What?
Some
I would
iced tea.
I would commit a felony for some tea when we stop.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm actually not so much a fan of the ice. I'm a Hannah
Oh,
was
yeah.
a little uncomfortable. And he's like, I'm only half, so yeah. My dad was a hill giant.
I was going to ask if it's rude to ask what the other half is.
Yeah, my mom was a frost giant, and she fell in love with the hill giant, and that wasn't okay. But they were really great parents until they died, and then whenever you're orphaned, you get sent to the past to serve out your
The what?
days. The pass, this pass that we're in right now, the mountain pass. Yeah, so
And you have to live out your days here because you are an orphan.
well, most people are allowed to leave whenever they turn a certain age, but I wasn't.
Why?
Yes, but
Why
now
were you not
now
allowed to leave?
yeah, now we've given you an opportunity to fulfill your destiny and be a guide.
Well, yeah, and I like it. I mean, like, they never let me be a guy before, and I've always wanted to, because I like talking to people. I like meeting people. It's really fun.
Yes.
So, yeah, yeah. Do you play instruments?
I do. Yes. And I pull out.
Yes,
my
I do.
Hi.
No, you do not.
What does this bother? We play music together. It'd be fine. I promise.
No, I played music. You banged on something incessantly without rhythm.
That is
she
music.
That is
No.
what she said.
No, that is no, that is not music. You are not making music. Sometimes it can be music, but what you did earlier, that was not it. It was not.
You just weren't listening right, my friend. We'll work on that. I promise.
Listen to
It'll
me.
be fine.
I went to school for this thing. All right. I went to school to learn to play music and play it well.
All
I
that
know
means
about
is you were indoctrinated to think certain way. Missed opportunity, I think.
The compliment, Brick. What he's saying is that your skill comes naturally, and he had to go to school for it.
Mordecai, I get it now. Thank you.
It's really a
Drew, I'm
compliment.
sorry. I
That is
misunderstood
not
this
what I
thing.
am-
I call it an undercover compliment.
It is
Buntus?
not what I'm saying at all.
Can I, Alex? I want to be talking to Buntus while this bickering is happening.
Yeah, while this whole thing is happening, Buntus is like staring at you, Brooke, and is like, what
Oh
are you?
yeah. They get like that, like a lot
yeah.
of the time.
Oh, okay.
Is that like? Is it like you want to be like a guide, right?
I mean, like, it's a good way to talk to people.
Mhm.
I don't
Well,
really
I'm. No, go for it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No,
to.
I just like, yeah, I like being
Yeah,
a guy.
no. Yeah. Well, I was wondering if, like, maybe there's like, is that like a review system? Like, can we let them know that you did like a good job?
No, they'll probably just make fun of me, so it's okay.
You're doing
even
an
if we
uber
say,
good job.
You're doing a great job, my friend.
like, I feel very guided right now.
They don't
Yes.
really like me here. So
Well, we like you.
Yeah, we like
I
you.
like you guys too. Thanks.
Hey, if they don't like you, and since we happen to like you, why not come with us? You don't have to stay here.
I wish I could, but
What is keeping you here? Why do you have to stay here?
and he kind of gets like really fucking awkward and starts getting like really flustered.
Hey, you don't have to like spill the whole backstory like 10 minutes
no.
in. We can do this like around a campfire. That's
Oh, okay.
totally cool.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
I asked you
want
if you played instruments, because I do. I actually.
Do you really? What
And
kind
he-
of instruments do you play?
He whips around his backpack and he opens it up and he pulls out a giant ass harmonica.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
This is going to go very well or very badly.
Yeah.
There is no in between here.
Turns out Butters gives great blow.
Oh my
dude.
god.
So Buntus like shows the harmonica. He's like, I can't play it right now because they'll hear me, and we're still too close. But when we get farther away, I can play for you guys.
That sounds
That'd be
wonderful.
lovely.
3 of you guys could have a jam session. That would be a great.
That is a
Oh,
great idea,
Can't
Ahmad.
have a jam
Yes.
session. I don't know what the other one will be doing.
Badru, you can. It's fine. The two of
other
us
one
can
will be-
handle it.
The other one will be cooking.
I
That
just
is
cast
correct.
a sideways glance at Chiron, just like,
He like
Cheers.
he hears
I think-
cooking. He hears cooking, and you literally see him like perk up. He's like, wait, you cook?
Oh,
does.
I do.
I
I
love
cook good.
food.
Brick is an excellent chef.
Oh.
I love
Fantastic.
all food.
He looks over at Chiron and gives him a wink. Thank you for the confidence, my friend.
His
You're
cooking is at least
However-
100 times better than his music.
Yes, but multiplying
No,
by
still
zero.
for you.
Never mind. Anyway, so the thing is,
Savage.
we're going to have to make sure. yeah, roll for psychic damage. No, we're gonna have to make sure that we have.
But I
Damn
didn't
it.
cast Dissonant Whispers.
We're gonna have to make sure that we have enough. I mean, I imagine your food intake is a lot. Buntus.
Yeah, and he has like a leather pouch kind of on the side, and he kind of like on his hip, and he opens the leather pouch, and inside of it is a bunch of ribs, like racks of ribs.
Oh,
Oh, my friend, listen. When we get to campsite, I will make you the most delicious succulent meal you'll ever have in your lifetime.
Yeah, these
Rick
are
can
Play
only
your
get so
music.
horny when he sees that amount of ribs.
Oh yeah, it get so much so much. I can't even say so much meat. God damn it! So much meat really gets me excited.
Oh,
he's like, I have 4 racks of giant elk ribs. I have enough for you guys too. Probably for just one meal though. It's gonna be a 4-day trip. Do you guys know that?
We know this.
I feel like
thing.
we did. I feel like
Yeah.
we did though.
Alright,
It is
okay.
fine.
Yeah, this is a 4-day
No,
trip.
like Dom is asking. Like I feel like we did know that.
Yeah,
That
I
it was
told
a couple
I
days
think
at
we
least.
did.
Okay.
Said a
yeah.
few days, but
Yeah.
yeah, I paid attention.
No. That's fine. Like we can. We've got some provisions for ourselves. It's just what we would have would not be enough for you as well
Yeah.
because of how much. So no. But if you have those, and then I'm sure Brick can whirl that together, and it'll be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, if you get hungry, we're not gonna be on the menu.
I mean,
He
give
like
him a little bit of
legitimately
credit,
looks
man.
upset that you said that. Like he legitimately
Yeah.
looks hurt that you
I've
said
heard
that.
bad things about other
Right.
giants, and I
I'm
just
not
wanted to make
going to
sure
eat.
you weren't like those other bad giants we heard stories about, which I
And,
assume
like-
you weren't.
Is Mordecai racist?
And then like literally in like the saddest voice he's had so far, you hear, I know I'm half hill giant, but I'm not a monster.
No, they're not.
no one-
I don't
no one
think he's
no,
talking
no,
to
no,
you.
no, no.
My friend.
I thought he was talking about me, to be honest. This airsick lowlander doesn't. He should know now that I'm not going to eat him by now.
He like looks
To be fair, you have a bag of fingers.
Yeah, there
They're
was
not
a
yours.
time when we were not sure about you.
he looks at you and he's a
They're not
you
mine.
call him airsick lowlanders. That's what the fire giants say. Wait, are you from the southern mountains?
Oh. Brick stumbles for a second because he doesn't know if he's supposed to answer right because of the slavery thing. He goes. He turns.
Fine with Buntus.
He turns and he says, of course I am. That is, yes. Wait, aren't you half giant, frost giant?
I don't really care.
You don't hang out with that family?
My parents were really not really in the community really at all. So it was kind of just us. So I didn't really learn to hate fire giants. But that's what fire giants say. Wait, do you speak giant?
I speak goblin.
Wait,
And
that's really
orcish.
cool. That's really cool. You speak goblin? Wow.
Ooh. He starts
Goblin
talking in
fucking-
goblin and
Wow.
offers him some fingers, some barbecue fingers.
Oh my god, that's really cool. Yeah, maybe don't tell anyone that you were friends with the fire giants though. Maybe just don't tell anyone that. You know? Just for safety.
You know what? I think I appreciate that. You get extra portion of stew tonight.
Hell yeah. He gets really excited. As you guys travel for the next like 3 or 4 hours until the sun goes down, eventually at some point, he brings out a torch that is probably as big as you guys are, and lights the way for you until you are all exhausted. And then he's like, "All right, so camp? Did anyone bring wood?"
Camping is a good idea.
No. I don't believe we brought firewood. No.
Real quick, so Mordecai's not hearing this. As we've been traveling, I've been looking through the last bit of traveling. I've been looking through Leopold and using some of the charcoal to just kind of like charcoal draw a map of like how we're going in the back of my book.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep track of stuff. So I don't hear this conversation. I'm still...
Yeah, so what you see is on either side of the pass, there is like a small like forest. It's not very like it's not very voluminous, but it's more sparse. But it is still there's still like trees around you. And he's like, okay. Well, here's one of the alcoves, and there's kind of like a fourth of a circle carved out of the wall, so that there's like a roof. Like, yeah, I'll just be right back. And he takes his shoes, and you just now notice that there's a contraption on his shoes, and he kind of moves this thing upwards, and toe spikes come out of his shoes. He's like, yeah, just give me 1 second. And he before you can say anything, he goes over the wall, and he just starts walking up the wall. Like, no problem. Just like toe spike in, toe spike in, toe spike in, toe spike in, toe spike in. It scales this wall.
That is really cool.
I have never seen anything like that.
So, I like Buntis.
So do I.
Big fan of Buntis.
Yes.
Ray says it's a national treasure.
Yeah, that's me.
Dominic.
That's
Oh, I knew that.
So, yeah. We may have to suss out if it's okay to speak more freely around Buntis, but I like Buntis.
Turns out he's going to be a super complex spy, and this is just his first fake persona. Giving DM ideas.
Buntis plays a deep game.
Long con.
Yes, we were planning to. I imagine we were probably planning to forage for firewood, but this could be a concern if we're not supposed to stay. If we're supposed to stay really on the path.
I think Bruntis could probably just kick down tree for us, to be honest.
I'm gonna drop the looking through Leopold. So
Yeah.
I really like Buntis. No.
Yes, that's what we have been.
He seems
the
a good
whole time.
lad. He seems a good lad.
I would like to see what we can do so that he can be, free and not have to waste himself here doing this thing. He clearly does not want to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it that much, but
Being
don't like
being
anyone.
of two worlds can
Fair.
be being of two worlds can be complicated.
That is true.
And I fear that many places would not be safe for him. People would fear him, or those of his stature will take advantage of him as they're doing here.
Yeah. I don't know how
It's
the
worth thinking
Dragonborn
about.
City would receive him.
Yeah, it's worth giving it some thought and seeing if there's anything we can do. But there are definitely going to be some challenges out there.
Yes,
Why not
indeed.
we just walk out?
Why
doesn't he just walk out?
He
This
seems
might be the
to
only
have
home he
something-
has.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems to be something keeping him here that he would not speak of.
I am strong, I can pull him away.
Maybe.
And I would pay to see that. So are we
much?
camping for the night, or?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
so.
we're getting ready to bed down for the evening.
Yeah.
I think
and
our
then
friend is
at
going
that-
to look for some wood.
And then at that
Well,
time, you kind of hear over the thing, hey, are you guys like right there? And you look up and kind of like towards the thing, there's a drop off, and poked over it is the head of Buntis, and he's like, are you good? Okay, cool.
Hey, buddy.
Don't go there. Don't move. And
Okay.
over the side, several large branches of just drop down over the side and splinter and break into several different pieces as they hit the ground. Like, okay.
Firewood.
Okay, I can do this.
Oh no.
And then you see him back up, and then he jumps off of the side, goes down, does a barrel roll, like lands and does a barrel roll, and then like literally then he doesn't get back up out of the barrel roll. He just lands with his legs in front of him, flat on his ass, and he's like, "Oh shit, I did it. Okay."
That was very well done, my
Rick
friend.
just starts clapping. He's just like, what a good show.
Thanks, guys. Wow, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that should be broken up enough to start a fire. I don't know how to start a fire.
We'll take
I
care
don't
of
get
the
cold.
fire.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do the fire part.
I am. We'll take care of the fire.
Okay, cool. And he kind of like takes out the 4 racks of ribs that he has, and he's like, yeah, here you go. And they're like 2 feet. They're like 2-3 feet.
They're huge.
Flintstones
Yeah.
ribs.
They're
Bigger than me.
big.
So
They're
Brick
giant
says,
elk. So
Brick walks over and says, I've got this. He pulls out his new and improved wok that has an immovable rod on it, and he holds it up and clicks the little button, and it sits there. He says, toss it in here. We got this. And he starts kind of pointing to everyone and giving them commands to gather the wood and stack it a certain way. And next thing you know, you got the big little, like a cabin tower underneath it. He says, my friends, we're going to eat good tonight. I'm thinking some honey-spiced rib racks with a bit of cornbread and a side of onion stew. What do you think?
what's
That
on
sounds
your
good.
stew?
Yeah, I'm in.
I will go ahead and get some tea started as well.
So,
So I
okay.
just have a question. Water. Where can we find plenty of water?
I have like a water skin.
He kind of like looks at you for a second. He's like, and he looks at the ground that's just covered in snow, untouched snow. He's like,
yeah, we can melt some snow.
That's what.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just kind of.
Rick looks
Even
down
better.
and just
That's
says, of course I get this. I lost myself for a second. Too much time with airsick lowlanders.
Yeah, I understand.
So Chiron gets started with his tinderbox, and because he, fire, he's good with fire, so he'll get the fire started and start
Yeah.
getting that ready.
As you all prepare your food and your tea and all of the sorts of delicious things, you can tell that Buntus is slowly starting to like calm down and kind of like lose his super nervousness but still keep the awkwardness. But more or less, he starts telling you a story about how his parents met and about how there was a village or a clan of hill giants that the frost giants used to bully all the time and take their stuff. And the hill giants couldn't do anything because they knew that the frost giants could kill them. Well, one day, his mom went down to bully them and take their stuff like everybody had been doing. And there was a frost giant. There was a hill giant there that was like, hey, can you like not do that? And she laughed at him, and she was like, why wouldn't I? You can't stop me. He's like, yeah, I know I can't stop you, but it kind of sucks. It just, yeah. And his mom stopped a second. I was like, well, this is just life. Like, this is just the way life is. He's like, no, actually, you guys are the only ones that steal stuff from us. Like, nobody else steals from us. It's only you. And she's like, well, and he's like, does anyone steal from you? And she's like, no one steals from us. We're the greatest. We're the strongest. Okay, well, we say that stuff too, but you're the only one stealing from us. So can you stop? And she ended up going back because she was just really confused. She ended up not stealing anything and going back because she was incredibly confused by how this guy was acting and how this guy could be so bold and brave as to look at a frost giant in the face and say, fuck you. And then it turned out that he was actually like just a really nice person. And he taught his mom kindness. And in turn, they fell in love. And she would always say he warmed her heart because she's a frost giant.
Oh.
And eventually, they had him. And whenever they had him, she had him move. She had the hill giant, whenever she was pregnant, move to the frost giant area. Like on the outskirts of the frost giant area, and the frost giants were like, fuck no. And then she was like, fight me. So she fought the leader of the clan pregnant and won. And so she got to have her hill giant husband. But then there was a blizzard, and they were kind of separated from everybody else because no one wanted to be around them. They're separated from everybody else, and their roof collapsed in on them, and they couldn't get out. And so they sent the son to go get help, and by the time that he had gotten help and convinced someone to come with him and come back, they were dead.
That sucks.
We take a moment to appreciate the irony of a frost giant dying under collapsed snow, starving to death. That's horrible.
And
That is
then
really
they
That's a sad story.
died.
You guys look, and as you look at Brick, you see big little tears coming down. He looks over and says, "Why are you crying?"
The hot peppers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Delayed
Oh,
reaction
pepper.
from the peppers,
Yeah,
yes.
reaction from the peppers
you
from
alright?
earlier.
Me
You
too.
good? The stew steam getting up. I get you.
So sad.
So I just realized that as a chef, I can make a number of special treats equal to my proficiency bonus that players can eat and grant temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I didn't know that was a thing at all. Like,
Yeah.
it was, yeah. So I'm gonna create some of those, and specifically, they're gonna be meat, cornbread stuffed meat little sacks, little meat
Mm-hmm.
cornbread things. Be
That
delicious.
It sounds wonderful.
Barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I missed that. I knew it gave the extra hit points during short rest, but
Yeah.
so very cool. So I can make 3 of those.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
So Buntus is kind of enjoying his ribs, and he's like, "Wow, you really spice these ribs, huh? There's a lot of spice on these."
Well, you need it when you're out here in the cold. You need fire in your belly.
Well, no, it's good. I just like.
There's always fire
frost-
in some of our bellies.
Frost giants don't season our meat. He kind of looks over at Chiron and he's
What?
like, "Yeah, I guess you always have a fire in your belly, huh?
Indeed.
How did you come about? You're a half breed like me, right?"
I mean,
Well,
in a very roundabout way, I suppose. I
Is
mean,
that all you're going to?
no, it's just our people have been like this for a very long time.
Yeah. It sucks being a half breed because you're not frost giant enough for the frost giant, and you're not hill giant enough for the hill giants, and so.
Oh, I understand. Believe me.
I mean,
you have to understand. You are better than that. You are better than that. You are the best of both worlds, my friend. Right?
It's a good point.
well,
All the good, none of the bad.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe it whenever you live where I have, but I'd like to think that I kept my dad's kindness.
Well,
Based
it
on what
certainly
we have
seems
learned
so.
from you so far, you have definitely kept some kindness in you. And we are grateful for that.
Thanks. Can I play my harmonica for you guys?
that would be
Yes,
wonderful.
I would love to hear it.
I kind of
I will join you.
He looks at Brooke and Mordecai like,
No, go for it.
I think Brooke looks a little bit like in his own head, and then he's like, oh, yeah, go for it.
yeah. And so he pulls out this big harmonica, and he starts playing, and he's actually really good.
Oh, thank God.
He starts playing like this, like bluesy, like sevenths on the chord, kind of a jazz blues combo. And there's like a little twinge of like country in there at the same time, and like it's a beautiful little serenade. And
Badger will pull out his lute and start to join him.
yeah. He like gets really excited and he starts like he keeps going and he keeps like this little country blues kind of a thing going on. Go ahead.
Brick is gonna join in. He grabs 4 big spoons and puts them back to back against each other and starts clicking them as he's going.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen people do that. But
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You are not a musician, so I'm gonna need you to roll
I was
a
gonna say,
performance check.
here's the question: are you any good at it? Yeah, that was the.
Well, past experience is any indicator. Let's see.
Master.
Performance.
Very enthusiastic, though.
Right? Alright, I click the roll. Then it's going to ask me normal roll, submit. Like. Oh.
Yeah.
You know what's so
That is on brand.
You know what's so
On
funny
brand.
though? So he is kind of like pulling in and out of time signatures, and he's kind of like going with the flow, like very jazz blues kind of a thing. And so with that, it actually almost works because the stuff is so random. Like the stuff is so random. Yeah, and so he
Rick
gets
is
finished.
jamming it out.
He gets finished, and he kind of looks at you guys. And goes, you guys really liked it, huh?
That
Yeah.
was
Well,
very
great.
nice.
It's got very experimental at the end there.
I had to do something
yeah.
about keeping everybody together.
Come on.
That was good. I like what you did there. That was very, very nice.
Oh goodness,
It's okay.
Adorable.
very adorbs.
So,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Why are you guys going to Lillington, by the way?
We're going to buy some lilies.
That would be like, oh yeah. I've kind of met a lot of people from Lillington, and I've always wanted to go.
Do you want to come with us when we go?
You are welcome to come with us.
I would. I mean, like, he kind of looks really uncomfortable again.
Well, we
Hey,
can talk
Mordecai,
about
can
it.
you mute? Can you mute?
Oh, can you still hear it in the background?
Yeah. You're all good. You're all good.
It's like- We can talk about it. You know, I mean, we have a few days before we arrive.
That is true. We don't want to put any pressure on you, of course, but if you really want to come with us, you absolutely can.
I mean, I'd really like to, but I don't know anything about the outside world. We don't really have like maps or all I know is what people tell me. I don't know where anything is.
Well, you happen to be in the best kind of luck because we 5 are are well versed in travel and have been out to see the world and maybe do some good while we are in it.
Oh, I mean, that'd be really nice. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it.
Like I said, no pressure, my good man.
No pressure, yes. Here, have some tea.
Oh, thank gods.
Oh, and he
And give me just like a 9 in the shadow and all things hot and terrible. Oh.
he takes. I would assume you put his tea into a bowl because. You know,
absolutely.
so he takes the
'Cause he's
bowl and
huge.
he's like, oh yeah, and he kind of like drinks. He's like, that's yeah, it feels like I'm drinking grass or leaves.
Well, yes, I don't have any sugar with me, but some of this is usually better with some sweetener of some kind or honey, and it will really like bring out all of the floral bouquet of the tea. It is.
I mean, all tea is technically hot leaf juice. Yes,
It is true. It is true. Some of it is hot flower juice, but mostly hot leaf juice. Yes.
I mean, it's not bad. I just that wasn't what I was expecting.
What's
It's
your
not
drink
bad,
of
I
choice?
just hate it. No.
What's my drink of choice?
Yes.
What you got in that bag there to drink on?
And he kind of like laughs, and he pulls it aside, and he rifles through his bag a little bit, and he brings up what to you guys is like a clay pot that you would put a plant in, but to him it's not. It's this is a drinking container. He's like I squeeze. There's a fruit that grows in the snow. It's called a snow apple. It grows on trees that grow in the snow, and whenever the first real frost comes is whenever they bloom and bud and then they grow. It
sounds delightful.
Snow apple juice.
Yeah.
And he like opens it up and he's like, I don't know how to get this out to you guys. This is a little bit. This is the size of your head.
I will like empty out my cup real quick. And like, if you don't mind, I could just kind of scoop some up. And
do that.
And I will do it, and I will take a sip.
It definitely tastes. It tastes like a mixture of like apple and kiwi.
Oh my goodness!
I give a little whistle, and Leopold comes down and perches on the end of my cup, and just it's a little.
Yeah.
This is delightful.
I'm going to stick with hot beverages, but I'm sure it's fantastic.
Is this something that Brick would be familiar with? That's native to the mountains, or?
You would have heard of it, but that doesn't grow in your mountains.
He starts going. He opens up his little cookbook there, and he starts flipping through the flesh-made pages, and he finds instructions, or he finds a recipe. He says, "Oh, my friends, we are in for a treat. There was once a traveler who came through my town and made a delicious snow apple pie out of this, and I was able to get the recipe, but never was able to get the ingredients. So I'm very excited."
You know what else this would be great for, Brick? Add a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of a tiny bit of snow mead, and warm it up. Some good spiced cider, no?
Oh,
that
my
sounds
friends.
lovely.
Excellent.
This Chiron all bundled up.
Let us all do this thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is it past harvest time for the snow apples, or?
No, it's actually harvest time right now.
And would we be angering anyone if we harvested any of these that we come across? Like, do these belong to people?
No, they don't really belong to anyone. Not the ones out here, but we should probably harvest them when it's sunlight.
Oh yes, no, I don't mean right this minute. But
yes.
You know, we have it under good authority that if we are set upon by any kind of wolves, it would be bad for us to harm them.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that harvesting fruit wouldn't also be some kind of an insult.
We used to have wolves that did that, but most of them got killed.
My information may be a few decades out of date.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, most of it got killed. Most of them got killed, and then the rest. Then we killed the people that killed our wolves, and then Corinne got mad at us, and then I think we told Corinne to fuck off, and then they couldn't do anything because we're giants.
That sounds about right. Yes.
Yeah, that's about how politics works, right?
But anyway, that's why. Oh my God, he's got a Leopold.
He does. He has a Leopold.
Awesome.
No, so I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to be, angering any of your employers if we were to harvest any snow apples that we come across. I would hate to cause an incident.
No, you won't make anyone upset.
These like a rare kind of fruit that can only be up in these mountains.
It is a fruit that only can survive in places that are very, very cold, so it's snowy.
Interesting.
Hence
Well,
the
yes,
snow apple.
yes, we're absolutely not suggesting that we go hunting for apples at this hour after a day on horseback and
Or not?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll get apples tomorrow.
You can see visible sadness.
We can have pie. So then we can have pie for tomorrow evening's dinner.
If I may, we may want to go apple picking on the way back from this timed event we're on in the middle of. Might be a better idea.
Well, I mean, if we come across any as we're traveling,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can pick them up. We're not going to make an excursion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, good. Long as we're on the same page. Should we call it a night then, or?
I think we're in good shape for that. How long are we planning to
Yeah.
rest?
Until morning, I would assume.
Okay.
Like for
It's
a
like,
long
we wake
time?
Yes, for like a long rest. We should probably get some sleep though. I don't want to like the horses are already asleep, so.
It is true. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sleep would be good. Would do us all some good, I think.
Excellent. Yes. Yes, have some.
Okay. I'm gonna. He literally, to go to sleep, he takes out a pillow and he finds a bunch of snow and he kind of like makes a pile of snow about the same size as him and then he lays on all of the snow.
That's adorable.
That's a genius move.
Has pillow. Yeah, you guys have a good night.
You too, Buntus. Sleep well.
Two bunches.
If anything comes to kill you, scream. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We
Sure.
Okay.
11 feet away from Buntus, and then I'm going to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut to sleep safely in.
Are you guys gonna set a watch?
I will begin the first watch.
Yeah, we
got
should, because
we got a
Brick is-
giant and some horses.
I was gonna say, Brick is confident in Mordecai's magic home that he's not concerned about it. So he's just gonna find a corner inside his little hut. And
I mean, I would be a bit concerned about the horses being attacked in the evening.
Leopold
Yes.
keeping an eye on everything. If something happens, he'll swoop in and let us know.
Yeah.
I do
I
also
will-
want
I
to
will-
let Chiron know that Lehman's Tiny Hut is temperature controlled.
Yes, I know.
Yup.
It is always very comfortable inside.
Comfortable. Yeah.
Yes. I am. Chiron walks over and just hugs Mordecai. It's like, oh,
Ah,
thank
the
you.
horse dog.
And then he goes,
Well, happy
As I
to
said.
provide when I can.
mine are a tropical people. And he goes over and beds down.
Minor tropical.
I mean, not exactly, but you get the idea.
No, right, I got it.
Just, we're from south, way south.
Way south. Hey, Badru.
Oh no, go ahead.
Hey, Badru. I saw you pull something out of your pocket earlier. What was that? When you got your new-
I found this pocket watch inside. It is very strange. I don't think I've ever seen a pocket watch quite like this before.
Mind if I take a look at it?
No, go right ahead.
I'll pick it up. Does it seem to have any magical properties to it, or is it just a pocket watch that's neat?
You can make an Arcana check.
I would love to.
It's like, yes, have some.
Yes,
Yes,
you are
please,
better
thank you.
trained in that than I am.
Oh, boy.
So with the pocket watch, you definitely see some interesting markings that you probably have never seen before. You probably have never seen these markings before, but do you know like Elvish or Sylvan or like any of those kind of languages?
You know, all kinds of stuff. Nope, none of those though. But
Right.
if I touch it, I can comprehend language it.
Nice.
I do believe that's how it works, correct?
Yes.
I have to find my spells. It's been a while. There we go.
You're not
Scoop.
wrong.
Say, any spoken language that you hear, or any written language that you see. Yeah. So I will go ahead and, since it's the end of the day, use my ability to instantly cast one ritual and cast comprehend language and see if I recognize it.
Yeah, so it is actually Fae.
Cool.
Like
Fancy.
Sylvan Fae. And it says, where you come, where you go, it doesn't matter because here you are.
I read it out loud to Badru as I'm reading it.
Where you come, where you go, it doesn't matter because here you are. It sounds like something my grandfather would say.
Did I pick up any magical properties off it, or is it just a fancy watch?
Did you cast Identify or Detect Magic or anything?
Well, I did the Arcana check to see if I sense
so
anything.
the Sylvan writing definitely has some sort of it really feels magical. Like most things that you come across that are Sylvan are probably magical, but for mad confirming it, you would have to cast Identify or whatever.
Yeah, if it seems like something that would be magical, unlike my reading glasses, I will go ahead and pop Identify and.
When you pop Identify, in the back of your mind, you hear a small snicker.
They talk.
And this is a magical watch. It is magical. And it seems to have some sort of transmutation spell, something like that. Actually, I'll look it up. I'll look up what school of magic what I'm thinking of is under, because I don't want to be wrong.
And we're just all finding shit that just talks to us.
Yeah. If this thing starts talking about whipping it into the snow and I'm leaving it there.
Thing!
Instead of talking shit in this game.
Okay, it has conjuration magic on it.
Ooh. How do I use it? You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, and spells.
Identifies a lot.
Holy crap!
So
Identify is real good.
Whenever you turn the clock 24 hours from whatever time it's set at, which is the time that you're in. Whenever you turn the clock 24 hours, it teleports you to a pocket plane.
Is it a consistent pocket plane, or does it get just a pocket watch?
It is a consistent pocket plane. What is in the pocket plane? You have no idea. But
so cool. Just a board watch. Oh no, I'm just kidding. I cast a spell and then I'm and I give him a rundown on what it is and how to use it, and I kind of whip it back around the chain and hand it to him, and that may come in handy several times.
Yes.
I will also let you know that you are definitely cursed now, because Identify does tell you that.
Oh. Wait, who's cursed?
You're cursed.
Well,
rats.
Shit.
Balls.
Balls. And that's what I get for touching anybody else's magic shit. Well, okie dokie.
Do I know that the object is cursed?
Oh yeah. Do I know I'm cursed?
Yeah, you know you're cursed.
Super.
I mean, better than not knowing, I suppose.
Does anybody perhaps have the ability to dispel a curse?
Not yet.
I don't have a stew for that.
Wonderful.
I think I'm on another level.
Are you aware of the... do you tell us that you're cursed?
So, it would appear that this watch has magical properties.
Oh, that's
and also, because I am such a kind-hearted, generous person and was willing to lend my magic for us to find that out, I now seem to be suffering from some kind of curse, which is not known to me, the curse itself.
I believe with Identify, the curse is known to you. All what you know is that someone is watching you.
Great.
Ah, you're being scried upon.
Or something is watching you. I should say that.
Well, that is...
I don't like how she changed that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's more of a curse for whoever's going to be watching me, because I get into some weird stuff, man.
I'm going to do some fucked up shit tonight.
I bet that's
going to get real weird.
It's so weird. Animal noises. It's going to be weird. Well, just so you know, I may or may not have a curse in which somebody or something may be watching me. That seems like a tomorrow problem.
Oh,
well, it's definitely worth looking into.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't have any ability to remove said curse.
Neither do
I'm not going to die tonight. It's fine.
Yes. talked to a man who said you can remove curses by walking underneath leather, I think.
No, that's how you get bad
it's the
luck.
opposite.
Are you sure? That doesn't seem right.
Pretty sure.
Why else would
Yeah.
anybody walk under a ladder?
I don't know.
Why else, indeed?
But yes, Mordecai, I'm sure we can find a way to deal with this situation. I'm quite sure. We'll add it to our list of curses that we're trying to break. This
Yeah,
brings
we've
it to
got
2.
a whole pile of things we're trying to take care of.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Well, sleep tight.
All right. Is anyone
He's never gonna
taking...
wake up.
Is anyone taking
I'm
watches?
taking first watch.
Okay.
Badger will take first watch.
Okay. Anyone taking any other watches?
I don't know if he's gonna contest Badru taking first watch, but Brooke is not gonna be able to sleep. So he's, maybe just gonna sit by.
Oh no.
Are you wanting to come and hang out with me? You're more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I will pour him a cup of tea and hand it to him. You seem to be a bit distracted, my friend. Are you doing all right?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. I guess Brooke's gonna kind of look around, see if everyone else has gone to bed. Sorry, my voice is really going now.
Yeah, it is.
All you can hear is Brick is snoring really loud and reciting recipes in his sleep. Like, salt and chili.
No, you can talk to me if you feel comfortable about that.
Hi, I'm probably not the person that you want to be seeing right now. You probably want to finish the rest of the show because there was literally going to be a beautiful conversation in between Badru, who was apparently going to divulge secrets that he have kept from the party so far, and Brooke, who is every single day growing and becoming a new character before our eyes. However, the exact moment that conversation started was also the exact moment that my computer decided to crash. 100%. Just totally freeze. I had to shut the whole thing off. I had to turn it back on. Everything was closed. Everything was done. And the worst part was my file to record the video that you just saw was corrupted. So I had to get that footage off of Twitch, which lowers the quality. So I apologize for the lower quality video today. I also apologize for the beginning being really weird because not only did this happen at the end of the video, at the end of the stream, but also at the beginning of the stream, my stream deck totally screwed me up and it screwed everything up and I had to restart the stream and it was just, yeah, it was a doozy. The show was a doozy for tech problems, but I wanted to take this opportunity since I fucking have you here to say I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about today, and I'm so sorry about this stream. This is not the quality that I normally put out, but also, YouTube fam, I see you. I see you guys watching my videos, and I really appreciate that. I actually really do. Honestly, I put these videos up for an archive, and you bitches found them, you bitches like them, and I like you, I like you. So, I want to go ahead and just personally invite the people who watch this on YouTube, because you're the only ones that are going to be seeing this footage, to join my Discord server, which will be linked in the description below, so that you can become part of the family and all that kind of shit. You don't have to come to Twitch to be part of the family. There's a lot of people there that are only there from TikTok or are there from, like, other things, and honestly, like, don't support me in any way except just in the Discord, and that's still cool with me. I just like talking to people, to be honest. I'm a really big extrovert, so I want to invite you to that. I also want to invite you to peruse my friends' links and go give them watches and follows and tell them that you're from Initiative and Intrigues, because that would be really, really cool. And yeah, keep being a fucking awesome person, because my computer dropped the ball, not gonna lie. All right, I love you.